Hey, what's up guys? This is Joe from Analog Archive back with another video. Today's video is going to be a continuation of the Blue Note 4000 series. My last video was part of this kind of thread that has been going around for the last about 2 or 3 weeks. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you to the people that have kind of put this series together. Dave at Local Bandography, Sherv at Julius Jabbar, and Rob at Sounds Strange. This is a great series, and when it's all done, is going to be a great kind of really set of videos that will provide a lot of information on this great Blue Note series. So earlier today, John at Digital Gramophone had put out Blue Note 4015 and 4016. They were kind of grouped together because they were both Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers live albums, and then after that was Blue Note 4017 that Rob at Sounds Strange did on Blowing the Blues Away, Horace Silver. So both of those are videos that definitely should check out. Great videos. The playlist is, for all the videos that have been made so far, is on Sherv at Julius Jabbar. That's the channel name. It's on his page. You can check out the playlist. He constantly updates the playlist once the videos have been made. So I've been kind of asked, or I kind of again threw my name out, that I had the next one, Blue Note 4018, which is Davis Cup by Walter Davis Jr. So this album was recorded on August 2nd, 1959, and then it was released June 1960. So it was almost a year later this album had finally had been released. This album represents the first album that this represents the only album that Walter Davis Jr. was recorded for Blue Note, and this is also one of the few albums that Walter Davis Jr. actually had made as a leader, or being considered as a leader. So the lineup, because the biggest part about jazz records is always going to be kind of the lineup and figuring out who's on it. That definitely gives you an indication of once you kind of figure out what you like, whether or not that might be a record that would fit into your collection, fit into what you are interested in. So Donald Byrd is on trumpet, Jackie McLean is on alto sax, Walter Davis Jr. is on piano, Sam Jones is on bass, and Art Taylor is on the drums. So the thing that's kind of cool about this album was that Blue Note 4013 that Rob at Sounds Strange had done just a few days ago, actually, when he talked about that. The front three are the same on both New Soil, Jackie McLean, and also on this album, Davis Cup. So Donald Byrd on the trumpet, Jackie McLean on the alto sax, and Walter Davis Jr. are on the piano on both this album, Davis Cup, along with New Soil. Walter Davis Jr. is kind of one of those figures in jazz that he started off, he had a few albums that he was kind of a sideman on in the mid-50s. He started kind of getting some more kind of big dates with kind of bigger artists as the 50s kind of ended. In 59 alone, he was on Bird in Hand, Donald Byrd. He was on New Soil, Jackie McLean. He was also on Taylor's Tenors by Art Taylor. So some big kind of albums that he was on, again, with some really big artists. But shortly after this album had come out, he was on Let Freedom Ring, Jackie McLean, in 62, I believe, 1962. But then shortly after that, he kind of had taken a break and had chosen to go into kind of some fields outside of music for quite a period of time until he came back to the music in the 70s. So he did take a break, but this album is all the songs that are on the album, all 6 compositions are written by Walter Davis Jr. The opening song, Smack It, is just a phenomenal song overall, a real fast-moving hard bop sound to it, and it is a great listen. Really, all the songs on this album are consistently good. They're all real fast-moving except for the closing song on the A side called Sweetness. That's a much kind of slower, almost like a ballad kind of song, or like what I'd consider like a late night listening kind of song, real kind of slow moving, but a real nice listen. The one song that kind of stands out on this album is the opening song of the B-side called Rumba Numba. That album, or that song, really is much different than, at least at the beginning of the song, has a much different feel. You don't really know where the song is going to go, especially if after listening to the A-side, you're used to kind of real hard-hitting, hard bop, and kind of like nice, fast-moving jazz. Rumba Numba starts off with a lot of drums. Almost sounds kind of like bongos are being played by Art Taylor. And then Jackie McLean comes in and really changes the mood of the song completely and really steers it back into the direction of hard bop. It really sounded, at least to me when I had listened to it, it had kind of almost like a Caribbean kind of sound to it at the beginning, and then it really kind of changed pace after that. But this is a consistently great album front to back. There really isn't any songs on here that kind of fall short compared to others, which can be a common thing on jazz albums. There's songs that are really solid songs, and there's other ones that just really don't live up to the rest of the album. But yeah, this is a great album overall. The copy that I have is it's a second mono, so it's the United Artists. This is the series that kind of came out in 1972. That was kind of a whole set of Blue Note releases. They mainly were 1500 series releases, but this one obviously being a 4000 series one is a little bit different. But this is a mono version of it. It sounds great. It doesn't have the RVG stamp, but it does sound great. So yeah, it was just real great listening. A great listen overall. It's not one that's real easy to find, which is a common thing when you have artists that really did not make a lot of albums, but had people on the albums that did make a lot of albums. Donald Byrd, Jackie McLean especially, had a lot of Blue Note albums. Art Taylor definitely had a lot of albums overall, and so that definitely kind of increases the price of this. An original can be difficult to find, especially for a reasonable price or in good condition. But overall, this is a great album, great listen, very consistent, as I said, front to back. So yeah, that's Blue Note 4018. Davis Cup, Walter Davis Jr. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Love to see the comments. And I look forward to being able to kind of see where the series goes. Hopefully be able to make some more videos related to this. But again, thank you very much for all the support, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.